هذه كده.
Good morning, BK.
Good morning.
We need to put some what do you call at 9:15. We'll
Uh,
put some
Morning, PK.
background. We'll put some backgrounds and some music and a
Good morning.
countdown timer.
Okay.
We need to put some.
Mm. Countdown music. Yeah, the stream was also on. That's why there was an echo. So we sorted that out. Yeah, just checking if the echo is still on or have we sorted? Yes, I think it's sorted now.
So one idea for getting more engagement from the participants is that if we know that somebody we know is attending, we can ask him if they want to contribute something or if they have any questions specifically by name. Of course, BK will ask and look at general comments on Zoom and respond or bring those questions into the discussion. But when you're answering something specific, and if you think that there is somebody in the audience who is knowledgeable, then you can ask them that do you want anything to add? So,
Yeah, BT.
Saikat and what is the other panelist name?
Okay.
They
Akhil.
are, they're Akil. Saikat and Akil, they are with you, sitting next to you, BK, or different place?
Saikat is with me. Akhil is in a different place.
Okay. So, you want to check Saikat's camera, or
Yes,
how do
yes.
you both,
Yeah, we
how
can
will you both
check.
be visible?
Yeah.
So you may want to also explain a little bit about Hope Hospital, why we are doing this from the Hope Hospital. So you should say that Hope Hospital also has got an engineering Hope Phoenix department where people are actively working on various projects. And Saikat is heading that.
Yes.
Okay, so far so good. So what about Akhil? Is he joined?
No, he wasn't joined yet. That's
Yeah, you
okay.
So,
should let him know, join,
Yeah.
join now so that he'll be calm and prepared.
Mm.
so we have Aman also with us.
Hi,
Uh,
Aman.
so why don't you on switch on the
Switch
videos?
on the camera and sit, no?
You join the meeting also. Mhm.
Join the meeting and maybe Aman can bring up some. Aman's front camera is clouded, so you gotta wipe it up. Yeah, you have, that's better. So you can bring up some questions from the Zoom participants. Somebody has to look at, like, in Zoom they'll make comments, right? If they don't make if they don't if they are not making any comments, you have to ask some questions.
Sure.
Type yes if you agree. Type no if you don't agree. Something like that. Getting the audience engaged is a very challenging task. I'm not worried about our delivery or questions or answers, but getting the audience engaged, and that is the success.
तू भी ज्वाइन करना अपना ये मोबाइल में कहीं ऑन
Yeah,
रख
just join, just join. I will ask JJ also to join.
It is here.
JJ is already joined.
Yeah.
हाँ मेरा ही माइक है उसका म्यूट है
मेरा सब म्यूट है.
Yeah, so whoever is not speaking, it's better to keep it mute.
Yeah.
And
So,
so,
so there's only one in the room, one mic and one speaker in the room. That's on.
oh, okay. Everybody can speak through that. Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, you may want to play some music with a
Yeah.
countdown if you can. And over to you, BK. You can start anytime.
Doesn't chance.
हाँ
I do everything myself.
हाँ no issues. Yeah.
So instead of saying, sorry, let's say,
ये स्क्रिप्ट पे ना Aman, I'll give you the script also so you can join also. Okay. You Good morning, everyone. Thank you for
Good morning,
joining us.
BK.
Good morning, BT.
Good morning, BT.
Whether you're here in person at Hope Hospital, Nagpur, or joining us on Zoom from across the world, good morning. My name is Dr. Murli BK, and I'll be moderating today's roundtable on AI in automation engineering. Before we begin, I want to share something that may already be in your mind. The world of engineering is changing, and it's changing very fast. If you are an automation engineer, an instrumentation engineer, a plant manager, or anyone working in industry today, you have already seen it. AI is no longer just a buzzword in a brochure. It is entering the real world of plants, machines, maintenance, quality checks, and operations. And there is one question many people are quietly asking. Do I need to learn AI to keep my job? The honest answer is yes, but not in the way you may think. So you do not need to become a data scientist or start writing complex code, but you do need to understand what AI can do, what tools now exist, and how they can help in your daily work. Let me put this in three simple points. First, AI literacy. You should know that AI tools are out there and what problems they solve. Some tools predict machine failure. Some detect unusual behavior in plant data. Some may even help optimize a process. And all these are not future ideas, they are already being used. And the second is agentic AI. Now, this means AI that can take small actions, not just answer questions, not like ChatGPT. It should proactively take small actions. For example, an AI system may watch machine data. It should be able to detect a risk, send an alert, and prepare a maintenance task. It is like having a small digital helper. And the third is the tools. These are now there are many AI tools for engineers for writing reports. There are tools for troubleshooting. There are tools for design support, tools for compliance, and there are various tools for saving time. And many of them are low cost or they are free. The problem today is not access, the problem is awareness. And that is why we are here today. Our goal is simple: awareness. We are not here to sell you anything. We are here to have a honest, simple discussion about what is changing, what tools matter, and how engineers and business owners can use AI without getting lost in the jargon. So today I'm joined by BT Tarakan Thomas, who brings decades of experience from GE and global business strategy. And we have Saikat Datta, who works hands-on with industrial automation. We have Akhil Bahale, who's founder of Sterling Electricals and Technologies with strong practical grounding in instrumentation. And we also have Aman Rajak, who has experience in industrial automation. My request to all of you is simple. Ask questions, ask lots of questions, challenges. Uh, let us all challenge ourselves. Tell us what is difficult in your day-to-day work. This is a round table, not a lecture. Whether you're worried, curious, or excited, you are in the right place. So before I hand over to the panel, a quick show of hands. If you're a, if you are on Zoom, use the raise hand button or drop your answer in the chat. How many of you have used any AI tool in the last 30 days? Even something as simple as ChatGPT or Copilot? Okay, interesting. That gives us a good starting point. Let's get into the discussion. Let me begin with a simple question. When we say AI in automation engineering, what does that actually mean on the ground? BT, may I start with you?
Thank you, BK. And I just want to welcome Basit, Pramod, Suresh, Ashish. Thank you for joining. So, coming to BK's question, AI in automation simply results in better and faster decision for plant personnel and managers and plant owners. And it integrates AI like machine learning, predictive analytics into other automation systems which are already existing. So there will be PLCs, SCADAs, plant systems, or any other robotic process automation which is already there. But with AI inbuilt, it gets into adaptive learning and decision making, learning from data and handling complex, unstructured tasks beyond the fixed rules. So an old plant may already have data and systems like PLC, SCADA, logs, maintenance, etc. AI can pull in patterns from all of them together and point out where uh, the real issue might be. So it gives an immense additional power, and also changes the people's work more from entering, reading, deleting, adding data to more strategizing and decision making.
Yeah, that is very important. So this is not a replace everything story.
Yeah, it's on the top of what you already have. Like, it's not, of course, it's different if you're building a new plant now, but the existing plants, there are data systems. So you are putting an intelligence layer on the top of it, which to help you.
Okay, Saikat, from an automation point of view, do you see the same?
Yes, exactly. Actually, most of the plants are not greenfield plants. You see, there are systems already in place, which are might be old, might be new, and AI can integrate with each one of them and still help out in running the whole plant in a much more effective and efficient way.
Yeah. Aman, anything you want to add from your field side?
Uh, it's like industrial sector has many automation parts, automation installed, but they are not maintaining it. As a layman, and the maintenance field engineers are not aware of the automation, and they do it manually. So it's very important to have a AI in the automation part so that they don't go in a manual section.
Okay, interesting. So before I move on, any quick comment or question from the room? Let me check Zoom as well. Anybody has a question or comment?
You can just raise hands and probably BK can see it.
Okay. So let me come to the business side. BT, for a business owner or plant head, why should this matter? Why should AI and all really matter?
Um, Three words: efficiency, cost reduction, and better decisions. So, automation runs 24/7, and it cuts cost by maybe 15 to 30%. in terms of energy savings, in terms of avoiding rework and mistakes, and better decisions because you are getting almost near real time insights, which will help you in your decision making, whether it is being in the supply chain or in the process or in the actual management of assets. So it can combine machine data, logs, maintenance history, and show what is happening, or a simple thing like a temperature rise, how it is going to affect, and you know if something is repeating, you will be able to figure out much faster. So I mean, from a business point of view, obviously it's a business result which is less costly, and avoiding any mistakes, getting the data to the right people, and get the all the contextual data to take better decisions.
Yeah. So the value is not only speed of building using the AI agentic method. It is not just improving the speed of building; it's also speed of understanding.
Correct. Absolutely.
Saikat, from your side,
Yeah, you see, most of the plants already have the data with them. Like all kind of data are being captured from the field and they are being pulled into the SCADA, or it's being shown into different kind of HMIs, or say it is preparing a report of Excel sheets and some PDFs to them each and every day. Just imagine you see 500 alarms a day in a mid-sized plant. These kind of things really bury the team with noise, what we call it as noise. Instead of that, if AI can actually recognize only, say, 5 to 10 important alarms which should be addressed, and one of them might be critical for a long-term downtime of the plant. AI can analyze all those alarms and then give you a much better insight into the data that is being collected into the field. For in today's plant, that is much more important than just having the data with you if you do not know or you cannot do anything with that data.
so Akhil has also joined. So, Akhil, we were all discussing how AI helps business owners, plant leaders, and uh, we were discussing how agentic AI can help business owners and plant leaders. So, do you have anything to comment on this? You have to unmute, Akhil. You are muted. Yeah, Ashish, you can.
Yeah, just now, just someone mentioned like we have all the reports, all the alarms with us pertaining to like particular any plant or any machineries. So AI can help us to like segregate some important alarms which can lead to any breakdown or something. So this same thing we can do by our SCADA or other tools also which we already have with us. So how in other way like we can implement AI there?
See, the very question you asked is that SCADA is not predictive by itself. The data is there, the data is being shown, and data is being interpreted by the human beings who are actually accessing the data or seeing the data with period
Correct.
of time. And there are a lot of hidden things in the plant which are repetitive, which we often miss as a human. We tend to miss them because of a lot of different things we would be handling at that point of time. So these kind of occurrences or recurrences in the faults or alarms might give a better analysis of the health of a equipment in the plant, which with machine learning models, AI can very well do. It recognizes a typical pattern in the occurrences of data, which is coupled with another fault conditions that has occurred at that point of time. When it has all the data with it, it can make connections. This has occurred here and with this. Then it can give us really good correlations, and then we can go as human beings, as engineers, we go deep into the system, and then we start finding out what might have gone wrong or what can go wrong. Over a period of say 6 months or a year, AI becomes so good at this that it can start predicting based on the rate of rise of, say, you have a temperature data of a big rotating machine's bearings. Okay, at the rate of rise of temperature there, the AI would be able to predict if, and the vibrations are already being captured from there as well. So you see, the AI can very well predict if there is a chance of occurring a fault in, say, next 15 days, 20 days.
Yeah. Akhil, you
So,
want to add something?
so what I
Yes,
broadly understand is like we'll analyze the cause of fault and then means predict early before it came to us, right?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
means what I have seen in plant, that SCADA and AI rule are very different. SCADA just gives the data, it not analyzes. It will store the data, but it not analyze it. The
Yes.
best part of AI is that it analyze it, and its
Mhm.
correlation with other data. Means say that temperature, vibration, might be pressure, at what point it is rising, at that time what is pressure, and why this happened. So AI is much better than SCADA.
Yes.
What I will say.
BT?
Yeah, it's not replacing SCADA, as a SCADA will be the data source and the underlying systems. So we would, as I said earlier, we for example, as Akhil said, see, one source says motor current is rising, okay? Another says maintenance department keep replacing the bearings in much faster frequency than it's supposed to be. It's supposed to work for 2 years, it's getting replaced every 6 months, for example. But this data is not easily available for correlation. But AI can pick up motor current rising data, the frequency of bearing replacement data, then the operators reporting vibration data, and connect these various signals and tell you there may be a deeper mechanical issue developing. So it's gives an edge to the engineers and the plant managers and owners to take all the contextual data, because humanly it is difficult to keep all this together under the decision making. AI running 24/7, figuring it all out and telling you this is this might be the cause, this is why I'm saying this is the cause and this is the correlation, which is difficult for humans to pick up. Because think about it, where does the record lie in the plant that the plant is replacing bearing number so and so in this machine, in which frequency? That's in a, if there is a CMMS system, it is in the CMMS. If there is no CMMS, it may be in the maintenance log. So it's difficult. So there is a real challenge. People are significant amount of time is spent on gathering and assembling data, and they might miss the correlation, because it's difficult for humans to look at small set of data and find the correlation. AI can do that.
Yeah, that BT brings us to the next question. Can AI work with existing legacy systems and messy data? So,
Absolutely yes.
yeah.
Absolutely yes. So I'm saying I'm answering thinking that BK is asking me,
Yes.
but of course Saikathi can also answer. Yeah, I think yes, and messy data is difficult for humans. AI can write a lot of rules. I mean, rules means it can learn from the pattern and detect that this data is not valid. this data is not valid because that sensor is faulty. So humans might think the sensor is working and consider the data. AI can easily find that out. And I mean, there is a lot of very interesting. I mean, for sake of time, I'm not going through it. But yes, the answer is yes. AI integrates with legacy systems and via APIs, middlewares. It cleans up messy data using profiling and anomaly detection tools. And some examples are microservices that bridge old IT without replacement. So we, as I said, it's an intelligence layer on the top of existing data systems. And yeah, over to you, Saikat.
Yeah. So the thing is that AI layers today can be integrated with each and every kind of systems that already exists in the plant, because it has all the protocols inbuilt. It can communicate with say, a 15-year-old PLC, as well as it can connect to like latest SCADA software or some other PLCs that might have come out this year with some different protocols. But then still, all those protocols and connection layers are standardized in our industry. So it becomes quite easy to get those integrated. And since in a mid-size or a large plant, data is usually scattered. You see, one department might have one data and the second department has a different kind of data. But there is a very rarely there is a linkage between those two data. So AI can fill those gaps. Not only it will fill the gap, it can analyze and correlate those data, which is very, very difficult, and say huge resource consumption would be there if it is to be done in a by humans. Just imagine a maintenance log, for example, as BT was saying, the maintenance data. The maintenance department has the maintenance data. Maybe it is there in the CMS, in the database, but the people from the PCR or say the EM department or the electrical maintenance department, they don't have that data, that how frequently those things are being replaced. The only thing they have is like, okay, this thing might be a problem for me in the electrical maintenance part, so I'll just order or raise a requisition for more of these kind of items, say a sensor, the transmitters or something like that. But then they do not, none of those people actually know what is going on inside the machine. AI can fill that gap. By correlating, AI can exactly tell you if there is a mechanical fault or is it due to some kind of electrical fault on the electrical side of the line.
Akhil, you want to add something? You have had a lot of experience in old plants. You have seen
The issue with old plant is that the controller they are using, old controller, to get the data from that controller is a very difficult task. Means their protocols are proprietary. If we get the data, then it is okay. Or because for AI we need data. What issue I have seen, because in old power plants they are using old PLCs and proprietary protocols. Saikat also knows that, because we are working on one project that PLC is working on proprietary protocol, so we are not getting the data from it. So these are some issues for AI if we are not getting data.
Okay. So
then I think we still, as AI is progressing, I have seen a lot of protocols which were not supported by different kind of AI models before this. They have started integrating that because AI is learning and is advancing every day. As we speak, it is advancing to a next level as well. So if it is going to be possible, and if the communication with the PLC is being done to, let's say, SCADA HMI by a standard protocol like TCP/IP or Modbus RTU or say OPC US servers through. Then the actual data transmission, we can directly access it from there.
So, Saikat, you have been doing a lot of AI agentic coding in automation engineering. And BT, let's keep this all very simple. We have talked about what AI can read from plans. Now, let's talk about what AI can build. What is agentic coding and where does it fit?
Okay, Pramod has a question. Yes, Pramod.
Yeah, you're able to hear me, right? Hi, Vijay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
all right, okay. So, I'm not from the plant side, but I'm a vendor. So often we don't get the real story, what is happening in the plant. We have to put some assumptions or do color, add color to what we have heard and all that. But what I've learned is this. AI, these tools are being used in plants. I won't say that, across all the verticals and all that, but they do use, AI tools at two levels, I would say, at the IT as well as at the OT level. Like, say, for instance, I cannot name the group company. They do use ChatGPT, right? But the AI tools they use at the IT level, the ChatGPT is not full-fledged in the sense that what you get, a normal person gets to interact with the ChatGPT cannot be used in the IT layer, because if you put in all the data which you want and churn that, make it fast and make it real time, or make the automation of gathering data, and then putting this data into play. They feel that they are sharing this particular data with ChatGPT, and that would put their business into risk, because there are a lot of USPs or proprietary informations they would be running. So it's not a full-fledged AI which they are using at the IT layer. This is one thing which I have observed. So how to overcome that particular challenge? The
Yeah.
second one in the OT layer, which I have seen, is that as one of the uh, one of participants has put rightly, the kind of data which is required. He said, it's a proprietary phase and all that. Even for the sensors, it's very important. People are deploying a lot of AI tools on top of the data, but the data itself has to be accurate in the sense that for a flow parameter, they are using an Orifice kind of a tool, Orifice based tool to collect the data. In fact, the level of that particular accuracy of that particular sensor itself is in question. um, in fact, there are better tools to measure this flow information today that's not deployed. And if you don't have such kind of a tools, how accurate this particular data will provide the right information to take the right decisions? So these are my two questions.
So regarding the privacy, BT, do you want to answer
No, you can please go ahead. Yeah, private AI. Yeah.
Yeah, private AI. So Betsa has this product called Privata. So the AI model is runs in a device. So it can run even without internet. So we have agentic tool that doesn't need internet and yet can proactively do tasks, not just answer questions, also do various tasks proactively without internet. So that's the answer for your privacy question, and especially in plans, uh, there are very strict security norms. You're not allowed to use internet and all that. So this product, Privata, is an excellent product for using with the AI tools and automation engineering. Do you want to
Yeah,
answer this?
I just
Yeah.
want to add to what BK said. Pramod, first of all, thank you, Ashish and Pramod, for your questions. This makes the roundtable really meaningful. So I also encourage others to ask questions. And thanks for joining, Shajir, Nitin, Kalpana, Pranit, Amol, Pritesh, Roma. Thanks for joining. I just wanted to say that in the plant is very concerned about OT, IT interface, right? So OT has to happen, and IT is enabling supporting system which is pulling out the data. So usually the plant will have a data diode between IT and OT layer, so that the data when you are taking out from the OT would not ingest any data back. Okay, so there is definitely that segregation and protection layer. Second thing, in the IT side, as Pramod, you said that the concern is that you are sending data to ChatGPT. Okay, the answer is you don't need to send data to ChatGPT. There are technology. So if you send to ChatGPT, if you want to really have good responses, right? You need to have a paid version of ChatGPT, and it will eat tokens even if you link it to any automation. So now there is ChatGPT gives you answers, but now it is possible to build private AI on edge or on device or on a specific cloud of your choice, so that the data doesn't go anywhere, completely within you. There is air gap between these systems and other systems, and also the tokens are not there. You could use open source LLMs which are fine tuned and optimized for industrial grade performance. Third, it can actually do some work, not only answer your questions. All of this is possible in now, Pramod. All right, so for the second part of the question, I'll give it over to Saikat.
Yeah. You see, when you say that the data that the AI is getting, how does the validation, if the data is accurate or not for a particular purpose? See, there has been a lot of data already available, say with the ICs, with the IEEE, with ANSI, which they have given out for training different industrial grade AI models. Right. Our AI can also access this data and see if those data correlate with a certain kind of industry at a certain kind of level. For example, take the electrical substation. So if you see the currents that are being measured, the accuracy of the current because of the class of accuracy of CTs and PTs, and then you see how much power is being generated, how much consumption, coal consumption, or say gas consumption is being used to generate that data, those kind of power that is being exported by that power plant. Those datas are already there for a typical plant with different international and national and international bodies which have created those data sets for training different AI models. So the AI already comes with some sort of reference data set. So if you say that the sensor is faulty or not accurate at that point, the AI can easily detect that that sensor data cannot be considered to take any kind of decisions. Yes, Ashish, please.
Yeah, as Pramod nicely mentioned, without using the internet, and you mentioned this Privata is already there, AI tool. So, like, if any point of time we required any update for that particular tool, so without having the internet, how we'll do that?
It is possible because we would provide you with the update every with the subscription. It comes with the update package and everything. So every time you require update, we send you say a small pen drive. You just plug it into your system and it
Mhm.
updates the AI completely with the
Okay.
new features.
Yeah, and we are not saying that you should not connect to the internet. That's not the idea. The idea is that if you need to connect to internet in a secure way, you can connect. Your job, your concern is whether the data is going out or not, right? So that
No,
we
no.
can
There
change.
actually, in my case, like I'm working in airport, so there are some security things are there where we are not allowing to connect with the internet.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah. Fine. So that is also possible.
yeah.
So, shall we move on to the next question? Uh, where should a plant start with AI?
For me, I would say start small.
Hmm.
You have certain data or certain sensors and transmitters already installed and already working, which is gathering the data, say flow measurement or say pressure measurements across different lines. Just those data are already being sent out to the SCADA is capturing, and those are being displayed. Or even say, for safety point of view, you can say take gas leak detections. Different kind of gases or hazardous gases can leak out from different areas in a plant, and you might have sensors. The problem with that today is the SCADA will show you when the data is at high or when is it at high. It won't never give you. So by the time you receive an alarm that is a high, there has been a rupture in the pipeline
And the
or
damage is
the
done.
damage is done. What AI can do, or what we plan to do, is have a AI layer on those sensors which are already being installed, and we check two things. One is the rate of rise, that is the concentration dc by dt, and then the acceleration of rise, that is the d2c by dt square. So it can give you an accurate prediction that if the concentration of that gas in the atmosphere is rising at this level, maybe in next 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, it might cause a problem. It gives you time to evacuate humans from there or shut down certain processes which can cause a lot of damage to the plant over a period of time. So I would say start small. This was one example. Then you can go towards the flow. You are capturing flow data. It is creating reports every day for you. You can start giving those data to the AI. Based on certain things in the plant, the AI would be able to predict how much flow, for example, water or oil or gas flow you would require in the next couple of days or next couple of months. It would be able to predict based on the future past consumption data and the load that would be generated.
Yeah. BT, where should a plant start with AI?
First step would
So
be
I
to
think Pritesh has some questions.
Question.
Yeah, Pritesh, go ahead.
Yeah, I have two questions. One about prediction and second is private AI.
Yeah, please go.
When we say prediction, do you have any statistical as how much accurate it will be?
Yeah,
Because prediction is always not
usually
accurate.
when the ML models are given somewhere around 6 months to 1 year of continuously capturing and training by the real-time data in the plant, the accuracy is somewhere around 89% to 95%. It varies. Some of the areas where the data is not very accurate because of the previous training data that the AI model has received, and maybe due to faulty sensors and something like that, then the prediction percentage of the accuracy goes down to somewhere around 72%, 70%, or something like that.
So that lies one more question. Miss, always you have to validate the prediction done by AI, na? Because
Yeah, but sometimes, see, it validates itself. If initially, if the model predicts that, say, if there is a large rotating machine and you have uh, temperature sensors and vibration sensors and the current sensors already installed into it, and then the AI internally make prediction that this motor or rotating machine might go down in, say, next 15 days. It might need a kind of
Replacement.
not replacement, but a breakdown.
Break-
So
Some intervention. Yeah.
some intervention, and it actually checks when the motor actually went into maintenance.
Yeah, okay.
Thing, and those initially those datas are not given out as a prediction, so it validates itself. You can check it internally as well. Then it has given a prediction. The motor might actually go into maintenance in 15 days, but actually it has gone to maintenance in 25 days. So it will validate that data from what actual data it is getting, and it corrects itself each time this kind of occurrences happen. So it is a self-learning model. And you see, like we do, like humans, we learn from our past mistakes. And similarly, AI also learns from its past mistakes, and it tries to be more and more accurate. And the specialty is those kind of models are specially trained for only carrying out that particular thing. So it is much more fast when it learns, and it much more accurate than we are.
BT?
Yeah. I already the Pratesh's questions are being responded. Thank you, Pratesh, for asking. You have a lot of experience in plants, so you can bring in real life challenges, and we'll be happy to take it as well. Coming back to BK's question about where should a plant start, so I was about to answer that. So a plant, according to me, should look at the available data systems, available data, and choose an area which will have high visible impact and low risk. For example, this downtime prediction, as we were discussing, that's a very good example. So where should someone start? Look for where you have the data, what kind of data you have, whether all the datas are siloed, or the datas, there's a value in connecting those datas. Can we use data concentrators to bring all data together? And then choose an area with low risk and high visible impact. Because why I'm saying visible impact? Because from the planned personal point of view, you could be thinking about, oh, this will save my headache, right? But the owners want to see, production improvement or less cost or something in terms of money, right? So that's why high visible impact, low risk areas where data is available, that's where I would suggest to start.
Okay. So, BT, for someone listening right now who wants to try one thing this week, just one tool this week, what would you suggest?
I would suggest that if they have never used AI, they should use ChatGPT or Google, Gemini or Claude or any of those platforms and test it out. And then you can, like, of course you cannot expose the planned data to it, but you can take any kind of data which you have and try to use AI to get some insights out of that data. Second thing, they have to think, what is happening recurring in my life? Is there a problem which is happening again and again? Or is there a way I should write a weekly report about performance of the department? Then AI can help. So I think just start conversing with AI would be the first step before getting into very advanced tools.
So, Saikat, you have been building a lot of tools for AI automation engineering. So, first, can you list out all the tools that you have built? And out of that, what is the one tool that you will suggest that people should, start using tomorrow itself?
Yeah, I have built quite few tools. I started building with my first tool, that was PLC Autopilot. Like most of the people here who are into industries already know that there are different kind of PLCs that are being installed in the plants, and every PLC has a different kind of programming technique and softwares, and it becomes quite tedious. If anything goes down or anything happens in the PLC, you just go and like have to get that person. For example, it's a ABB PLC. You just scramble around and try to find a ABB guy who can take care of that PLC. Instead, what we have built is something called PLC Autopilot, which can not only create a complete new program for any kind of PLC, any kind of model. Directly, it gives you the ladder diagram, which can be directly uploaded into the software of the PLC software and can be uploaded into the PLC. It can analyze a given program as well. For example, if you have a Mitsubishi PLC, you just give it you upload that program of the Mitsubishi PLC and it will analyze the whole program, and it knows by that analysis what program it is for. So you can just ask him to, PLC Autopilot, and the site is plcautopilot.com.
So can you list out the major tools, AI tools we have built so far?
The PLC Autopilot is there, one. Secondly, auto panel design. That is mostly I have developed for like panel manufacturers who by simply with a natural language model, they can give out a simple commands or write what they have in it. And then it builds the whole design of the panel, not only the placement of the components, but also the wiring diagram, the tagging, every CAD diagram that plant's engineer might take to say 7 days, 10 days to create for a particular job. The AI can get it done in few hours for them. That is one.
So there's a very interesting project you did for the dam in Chandrapur.
Yeah. And dam in Chandrapur, Chandrapur power plant. And for Chandrapur power plant, we did a project there where we had to capture the data from Irai Dam, where they are getting their water from, and then it is being like those data has to like the water has to be monitored, the flow has to be monitored, the totalizer and everything. So we created a digital twin kind of thing for it so that it becomes more visually attractive rather than having just a SCADA data where only the PID thing is shown and it gets very technical for people. So we try to make it much more real. For that, I can just share my screen and show you that data.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Saikat is sharing the screen. Pradesh has got some questions, so go ahead, Pradesh.
Yeah.
Regarding this private AI,
Yeah.
so where exactly it will be installed for company, and what about cyber security certificate, Miss? Sometime our department IT asking what will be the network load it will increase if it is localized. Do we have some data to convince our IT team?
Yeah, we do have those datas, and we'll be happy to share it with you. So if you can give your email addresses and stuff like that, we can send you the whole documentation that we have for our private data.
So two questions: cyber security certification, and second is network load if it installed locally.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back on it, Pradesh.
Yeah. So this is the actual, you can see this is the actual data that is being measured at this time from the flow. It is actually from Hirai Dam. The CSTPS is getting the water through 6 pipelines. We have installed their Nivus Make flow meters, which can actually measure partial flows in water, unlike the electromagnetic flow meters which were installed, which were only for full bore kind of measurement. So see the data is being shown, and I can click on each of the data and I can just see the trend, the velocity. Just a second, give it a second for loading the data. Maybe my internet is problematic now. But anyway, The network. Okay, I need to log in again. Yeah, that was the case.
Yeah, meanwhile, BK, you can go on with further questions
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you
I
have.
have another question, BT. Does AI replace engineers or make them stronger?
My answer is AI makes good engineers stronger. Yes, it might replace some engineers. So definitely productivity improvement is definitely an outcome of AI. For example, there might be teams of 12 people, maybe that can be done by 4 people with the help of AI. So definitely there is going to be some shift in jobs and the kind of jobs. But there are new jobs being created for those people who are shifted. So that's why I'm saying it makes good engineers stronger. So um, it actually what it does is it frees focus, which means if most of the engineers' time are taken for repetitive data work, then AI frees them and letting them tackle complex issues. It could be a strategy, it could be a design, it could be a new approach or a new framework, which is not happening now. Most of the time, people's time is taken for repetitive data work, adding data, deleting data, looking at data, summarizing data, making emails, making presentations. All of this will be taken by AI so that now he has got time to think more strategically. Second, of course, it boosts productivity, as I said before, and also it enhances roles. Like, for example, instead of doing work, human engineers might move into overseeing AI working, and human engineers might move into optimizing and innovating rather than doing work. So there is going to be like a role enhancement. So, I mean, engineers who are adapting to AI might progress faster than others, and yeah, that's
So
definitely it
the
is going to have some effect. Yeah.
I
so
would like to add to what Vijay has said. This promotes. Sometime back, few months back, I'd been to one of the plant. They have recruited fresh engineers with chemical and mechanical backgrounds and all that. Their first task were to collect this data, and put it into presentations and reports and all that. So after some time, they get tired of doing this, right? So they would be thinking that I've done this graduation from from these institutes, doing this core subjects. What am I doing? I'm a yeah.
Exactly.
Right. So
Exactly.
that's where I think people would want to have this automation and then creating reports as well as presentations. So and they don't want to fetch the data, right? Fetching the data and then what what they are doing is fetching the data, and what is right, what is wrong data is what something they are doing it manually. All these things can be replaced with AI, and the engineers would do the real analysis part of it right time. Right now, they are not doing the analysis part of it. Their investment of time is on the presentations, reports, or segregating the data. So they
yeah,
will
very
more happen. Yeah.
Okay, so coming
Thanks,
back,
Pramod, for the input. Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
Thanks, Pramod. That was interesting,
as
useful.
we are pressed for time, I'll just show you a few things from my side, what we have already done. So you see here for each of the flow transmitters, we can get the data directly, and like it is seen, and here we can see what kind of trend it is following. So it gives us a basic idea of this project I've just finished a month back. So over a period of time, this model would be able to predict like how much water for the next month the plant is going to need, because it has a ML model built in, which is already learning from what the data it gathers. Okay, this is for Chandrapur Power Station. Just a second. Yeah, this is a 3D view. I have a 2D view as well if you want to see. And then for much more technical, we have a PNID view, which gives you much cleaner data set for data to look at when it comes to technical shrinks and stuff like that. And secondly, I would like to show you what we have done with we have created a small demo kind of thing for a project, say, yeah. So this is the Nexaprop, which is a plant level startup, which is specially used for plants, but then it has already
And is it
inbuilt.
plants? It is for which kind of plants?
It can be for any plant, say power plant,
Water treatment.
water treatment, say a chemical plant or a textile, oil, you just name it. We have the plant-based startup thing into it. And I'll just go there. You can have it. This is just a mock data font as of now, because I just built it and like a demo. You can just see if the plant running and all the system data is here, like any other starter does. But then what I have here is AI analytics. You can see predictive maintenance. It detected that the bearing degradation with the data, you will always have this kind of, see, it also gives a prediction accuracy trend. Over few months, it might have made some predictions and what actually happens. So it makes a trend of its own predictions and how it progresses.
Amazing, amazing. This is really good.
Okay. And then for, say, a management level of person who actually doesn't want to see all this technical data, he just needs some specific data. Then we have a digital twin. Here also we have three kind of things. So one is all the data from, say, fuel gas turbine, what is the temperature now, pressure, flow levels, and all those things. Then you have a visual twin kind of thing, which is mostly like, say, a PNID again. But we have something called a 3D twin, which shows the whole plant here.
Amazing.
And you
Amazing.
can see, if you want to say, I want to see the substation data, you just go to this flying one and it will take you to the substation data.
So you're able to close in on the
You can zoom in, you
Zoom in,
close in
yeah,
into a data.
substation.
This is for, say, a middle or upper management kind of people who would like to have a data seen like this. If you want to see fire water, you go there and you can have the data of the over there. This is just a mock data, a demo. So I just doesn't have a lot of data that you can see, because I just wanted to make
So,
it a,
BK, actually,
Yeah.
this brings into one important question. Like Saikat is building all this.
Yeah.
Imagine if you have to build all this without AI.
Yeah.
And you missed the question about agentic coding because
Yes.
when you were about to ask,
Yeah.
there was a question from Pritesh, for example. So this obviously, I want to know, Saikat, you did it with agentic coding
yeah,
or
I did
AI
it.
coding, right?
Yeah, AI coding. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we want to help the audience a little bit about the power of this. So earlier, Pritesh, of course, working with ADNOC, came up with some questions, and then instead of we saying that, yeah, let me come back to you with the proposal, and then we negotiate, and then we build that takes 6 months. No, within 1 week we said, oh, here is a demo how it will be done. So that's the power of agentic coding. So it means we are using AI tools to create the first version of a application or a solution of a problem which would have taken months. Now we can do it in days. We can build the logic, build the workflows, build the dashboards, build the digital actions now and show now and fix those things before you even invest a lot of time and effort. So this actually reduces the time to market, time to solution for an existing plant. So I would want Saikat a little bit elaborate on this. Like, for example, in Betroy, like in my company, we use agentic coding to do iterative software task to make faster interface to the customer. So show the customer, yeah, this is what you're looking for. Yes. Oh, this is what we are building. Do you have any comments? So it speeds up interactions, integration with the legacy systems. It's auto generating like bridges or data cleaners. So faster automation using
Yeah.
AI. So
So I would say this is quite helpful, first of all, the agent decoding, because time to market, we have reduced a lot. Secondly, within a few days, say a couple of days, 1 day or 2 days, we can have a very good and full-fledged demo for a client. Because once the client may have some kind of requirement, but once they see what is being done and what is there on the screens, then only they go for, they know, actually then they know that, okay, I want this kind of changes and the data should not be displayed in this form, maybe in something like this. And with the existing system we have, maybe we have to integrate it with my SAP already installed into my system, and everybody across the plant is like extensively using it. So those kind of requirements, the client actually doesn't know when he wants a solution on day one. So instead of spending a lot of man hours and a lot of time into that, like some company, when you are not using agent decoding, I would say I had built this Nexaproc and this project. It took me like 3 days in total to build it with agent decoding, with all the animations and everything.
Yeah.
If
So
it was
amazing.
not for this, I might have taken like 3 to 4 months to actually
Yeah,
get to this stage. And then also
amazing.
it won't have been this clean.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
BK,
BK,
I want to ask Basit. Basit, do you have any questions or anything to share?
Yeah, hi BT. Yes, yes. Actually, we already have some sort of discussions earlier this week. Anyway, I'm just
Yeah,
observing what is happening over here.
amazing. Thanks for
Uh,
joining. Thanks for joining.
yes, yes. Anyway, thanks for it's a wonderful and informative sessions. And
Thank you.
so nothing at the moment. Probably, yeah. As we discussed, a couple of days back, probably there are things are coming up in coming weeks. Probably we will collaborate more on this. Sure.
Sure, sure. Thanks. Shajir, do you have any specific questions before we close? Shajir? Suresh? Suresh?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Suresh, by the way, BK is a long timer ABB person.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
go ahead,
that's nice to
Suresh.
know. No, BT, I just joined as part of interest. I don't have anything specific, but it was an interesting topic, especially when it's related to plant engineering, etc. So it was kind of informative for me, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Shajir, you have any question?
No. Thank you. I was just listening. Thank you.
All right. Kalpana?
Yeah, I have a question. I just
Mm-hmm.
need to understand how your product is better than the competitors.
Oh, we are not competing. We are not
No, as
competing with
of
anyone.
no, as of now, you're not competing, but eventually, definitely, there will be a competitor who will give
Yeah.
me a same kind of tool, same kind of everything. So, what, in one word, if you want to define your USP, what it could be?
Yeah. So we are implementing cutting edge, and I'm laughing when I use this term because I've used it many times in my life. But I should say that compared to many other companies which I worked for before, including big corporates like GE and Swiss companies and all that, I would say that For us to apply a technology, it needs only hours. So, for example, if a new technology is released, then we will apply it within hours. So that is the USP. You cannot get this level of updated technology in the shortest time and at a very competitive price point, because we are very small and agile company, and we are directly, openly and transparently talking to our customers. The USP is latest technology at the lowest cost in the shortest time.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. So, BK, you want to do the closing?
Yeah,
It's exactly 5 minutes past an hour, so
yeah. So
we are
we're running
not too
out of
late.
time. Yeah. So my closing thought is this: you do not need to fear AI. You need to understand where it can help, where humans must stay in charge, where one small practical use case can make a real difference. So remember what we said at the start, the problem is not access, the problem is awareness. Today we have tackled both of them. And thank you everyone. So we'll have another session next week. Do join us next Sunday, 11 a.m. And this time we'll ask for your mobile numbers and send you reminders and all.
Yeah, 11 a.m. is Indian Standard Time, so it depends on which country. Please translate the time. And BK, thanks for moderating the session, and Saikat thanks for bringing in all your experience and insights, and Akhil for joining and getting your experience from field, and Aman, thank you so much for contributing, and thank you everyone who joined and all those who asked questions and interacted. We have been recording this, and we will be doing it continuous sessions, and please come up with more questions and real life challenges, and we can solve it for you. And AI is for everyone, and AI is for good, and it doesn't need to be for new projects or new plans. It can happen to our personal lives, our departments, or our existing plans. The way is that you start using it and try to figure out where you can make an impact and bring it on, and then we will find a solution for you, and we will work it together with your help. All right?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Saikat, you want to say anything before you close?
Thank you.
Thank you. I just would like to say thank you, everyone, for joining and listening to us. That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, BK.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, all. Yes.